Hey y'all, how y'all doing? Fine, I hope. I am coming to you on the 1st of February 2024. I got lots to do today. Like, I probably will be leaving in about an hour and a half, and I probably won't get back until later. So I wanted to come in. I was coloring up until about 7 last night, I think. And then I just kind of laid in bed. Anyway, so what I wanted to show was just some things that I had found out about setting your pastels. Now, I know I have seen this somewhere because I ended up finding my second bottle or my second thing of the fixative. This one I had already had and it's still relatively full. This one I just got. I wish I had found this one. I put this one someplace that I wouldn't forget where it was. Y'all know how that always works out. You always end up forgetting where it was. So now I got two. And these I'm trying to use up because um, I will be trying to use them up because they are very, very potent. And they will take your breath away. You have to do those outside. I recommend it, or definitely a well ventilated room. But I suggest outside the garage patio or something like that because the smell is really strong. And even after it dries and you leave it out there, leave your spray out, your page that you sprayed out, leave it out for a while. I suggest overnight, but it will still smell. It just has to dissipate, I guess. But anyway, it is what it is. Oh, so I had used some hairspray that I got. You know, a lot of people say use hairspray. Now, I can tolerate the smell of hairspray. You should still use stuff in a ventilated space. So I had used these random pastel pencils. Yeah, this is my calendar book. This first 6 months, I'm going to use it as swatch sheets, and then the rest of it is going to be my personal situations. Um, And it didn't smear. I mean, like if you sit there and just press on it, it'll smear, but just enough to be able to work on it some more, um, and close it up without having to put wax paper. I only sprayed it once with the hairspray, and it has to be a mist, like a aerosol hairspray. And I just hit it real quick, and at least the smell I could tolerate, and then yeah. So anyway, I don't know if that's an option for people that really can't stand the other spray. Ideally, you may want to get the organic, non-toxic spray. I gotta find. I have it in one of my carts somewhere. I saw it at Linda B's live, and she has really been loving it. She says it makes her pictures bright again. So, what was I doing? Yesterday or last night before I went to bed, I was working more on this page. I had used the pan pastels, laying down the colors of the rock. I have the dark set, it's a dark set of five in the pan pastel. And I do plan on getting some more of those later on because I'm kind of limited. But this book to me is kind of like a dark kind of book anyway. So and that's why I got these colors because I have this book and I have Wendigord, which is kind of dark too, some in some areas of it. So these dark colors work really well. So I came in with some other colors, some marker colors, because I had went ahead and put some watercolor grounds on both of this double page, and it does not go through. You can use alcohol markers, of which I did, and you see it did not go through. You got to put the watercolor grounds. I suggest the transparent or the translucent, but you can use gesso. You can use a couple of other mediums, but if you use those, and if you're paranoid about it, do two coats, but it does not go through. Because I like the look of alcohol markers because they're so bright, and you can still base your stuff with it. And so anyway, so this is what I was working on yesterday. It's Wendigord for me for the next 2 weeks, and after that, it will be. Listen to me. It's Mouse Guard for 2 weeks, plus other stuff if I feel like it. And then Wendigord the week after. I just want to at least finish one more page in Wendigord. Um, well, you can't really finish those pages pretty fast. So anyway, I am also doing a color along with Ryan Colors, and he is coloring this fish. Actually, it's this one here in the book, and this fish actually is a 2-pager. I don't know what book it's originally from, but then it's also in a couple of his collab books. It is Color Universe is what we're coloring from. But you don't have to have the same book if you have the same page. And then there's lots of, and this is a beta fish. I know people call it a koi fish, and beta, from what I can remember, is spelled BETA for the fish, beta fish, because I used to have aquariums, and I'm pretty sure it's called BETA, not BETTA. Um, but and the story with beta fish are, I think these are the males that look so bright and colorful. They fight. They fight some kind of bad. So you can't really have two males in the same tank or bowl. But some people like get two beta fish and put them in separate fish bowls and then put them in front of each other, and they really swirl around and act like they're trying to get to each other. I believe that's correct from what I remember from having a fish tank. I used to have a couple of fish tanks, actually. So I actually really want to do another page in this book that I gessoed. Which one is it? I actually finished this one yesterday. Well, not finished it, but did the background. I actually want to do this page. I wanted to do a double page spread in the Kirby. I'm like itching because I love his double page spreads because you can really just get in there and do whatever. So anyway, Ryan is picking his colors, and he's having a little issue right now with his hand. So we're waiting patiently. But excuse me, he has picked some colors, and I went ahead and wrote down the colors, and I'll add his video down below in the description. So I used Bubble Studio color combo sheet, and I printed it on cardstock. So Ryan has, on the video that I'm gonna put down below, he has all of these listed out. So this is the teal color he's going to be using, the violet color, and the blue. These are from the Inktense pencils, but you can use whatever you want, to get the same colors. And then he's activating it with the Tombow water-based colorless blender. Well, they don't call it a colorless blender. They just call it water-based N00, but we know this as the colorless blender. So that's what that looks like. So I wrote down, I meant to put down I knew it was something else I need to do. I need to put down the colors separately. I'll show you what I mean. So that's what's going on. So he's given us those 3 colors. He had a video on last night. He was doing a haul, and it was a really nice love gifts and also some good items that he purchased on sale. Yes, we all love sales. Now, I really like Brian. I didn't know he had already had a channel and had been here before. I didn't know, because a lot of people were like, oh, thanks for sharing Ryan. And I'm like, sharing Ryan? What's up? So, and he tells us his story, that, his other channel and everything. So I'm just glad he's here now. I didn't know him before. His other, I might have seen him, maybe, I don't know, but yeah. So, but anyway, I'm glad that I see him and interact with him now, because he's so talented. So he was coloring, this was a color along that he did. And actually, in the video that I'm going to put 2 videos down, actually the one video, this right here is available as a downloadable or PDF file. And he has a link to it, because Johanna Basford gave us that one page to do. It was a bonus page in her book, Magical Jungle, that you could tear out. And so I tore it out and colored along with him. And this was the first color palette that I made while he was making his colors. Now, mind you, I didn't have all of the colors that he used, so I did substitute some. But now I have all of them except for one of the Prismacolors. And so I wanted to redo this sheet. I'm still going to keep this one because that was the one that I started coloring with him. Now, at some point, I changed up and just did whatever because I really just wanted to get this one finished. I had actually colored this one before I even knew of his color scheme that he planned, and I'm not sure what pencils I use. I actually like that. So anyway, so what I did was I went ahead and wrote down all of the colors that he used in his Prismacolor Johanna Basford color long of the WREATH. And so I can put this in my book and have it. And I do refer to some of these colors, especially these the orange color and the purples and the yellows. I really like that. So yeah, so this is how I'm using Bubbles Studio Color Combo Sheet. So I will put both of these. Oh, and so I had actually started this one, and I was coloring along with this fish. These are two different fish because, like I said, in Kirby's other book, this is a 2-page spread. So I was trying to, do it like that, but I'm still going to color Ryan's fish. Ryan's fish. And I'm gonna stick this in here and right there. So, this book I can keep out. The other book I can put away. And so I'll just put these in here, my palettes. And so Bubbles has her Ipsy shop, and I'll try to put the link down to her shop down here too. I bought some of her sheets for the pencils, Prismacolors. I did complete all that. Now, even though I know I don't like swatching, I don't. I like color combo situations. I do, but I know swatching is very, very important. So I do have some that I've swatched. This right here, Bubble sent me. This is the Polychromos. Um, yeah, and then these are some other ones from Emily Illustrator, Jennifer Stay from Colorful Bliss. Yeah, and then just generic swatch sheets, the ones that come with the pencils. Some of the pencil companies they'll give you a website to access to go. This was the Star Jar Gold swatch sheet. I repurposed those, but I kept the swatch sheet that I did so that I can use this as a color comparison if I want to do a color along with somebody who's using Star Jar Gold, and I can see what colors I can match with if I wanted to do an exact color along. So I did that. What else was I doing? I showed you the page I was working on. What time is it? Okay, so almost 11:27. So I organized my brushes again, even though it probably looks like they're already organized. But I had a whole bunch of pens. Brushes. I am throwing in the trash. One, because they are. I'm just gonna say they're too cheap. They're too cheap for me. And some of them are hair brushes. Are makeup brushes. Like these two are makeup. These three are makeup brushes. Elf makeup. Kala makeup brush. Who is this one? Beamed somebody of Paris. Look, see that came flying off. So these, I used them for the wrong thing, or I don't like the tip, or I didn't clean them well enough. So all of these are going in the trash, or they were like $10 or $24. No, not $10 or $24. I'm being funny. A lot of the artist lofts. Now, not all of the artist lofts are bad. I do have some of those here. Like this is an artist loft. This is a number 8. This is one of my favorite brushes. I love it. And then this is another artist loft. I got this in a set. This is a number 11. So not all of the artist loft I'm tossing. This is another artist. So this one is Velvet Touch Princeton brush, which I really like. I purposely went out and bought this in the middle of the night one time. No, not in the middle of the night because Michael's closes early. Um, I need to straighten this brush out. A couple bristles are sticking out, but it's a good brush. This one is a number 9. This is an Artist Law. This one is a Van Gogh, which is really a good brush. I bought 3 of these together in a set. This is number 12, number 8, and where's the other one? This one. This is a number 4. So these 3 are a set of the Van Gogh brushes. And these are let's see, except for this one, these are Artist Law. I don't know what this one is. This one is on the borderline. Because I kind of want to toss it, but then I'm like, no. And this one, yeah, just got to straighten that one out. These I got also from Michael's. These are Dugato art brushes. I thought it was 11. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. I don't know why I thought it was 11, so I might be missing a couple of brushes. But I love all of these. These are watercolor brushes. And I know some people are using other brushes for watercolor brushes, but you can use whatever brush you want. But if you do like watercolor, you realize that you really need the watercolor brush. It really makes a difference. It really does. And I love the little tip curl. Some people try to straighten that thing out. Why are y'all trying to straighten that out? That's supposed to be there, as far as I know. I can't remember what they call it or why it's there, but it does hold the water in and holds the color. And I don't know, it's like creates a little pocket of fluid right. So don't y'all, I saw somebody open up some of these brushes and they were like, I gotta straighten that out. It got bent. And I was like, no, it didn't. Am I wrong? Because, child, I didn't remember studying art, the theories and all that kind of stuff, techniques and stuff. It was like the 1980s, girl. The middle 1980s. And then these I'm keeping. These are some huge brushes. These actually are paint brushes. These are not watercolor brushes. This is for paint. And I think I got them at a good price. And these are Artist Loft also. I mean, they're good. I'm not an expert at any of this stuff, so I like to buy, stuff just enough to get by. I don't want it to be too cheap, but I'd hate for it cheap or for the price of something to be like why I don't like it or why I won't buy it because it's too cheap. That's not really what I'm saying. It's just some things you can just tell is just, if it works, it works. But some things, sometimes the better quality is better to get than a whole big. Kind of aim for quality products and still get them on sale and at a good price, then you'll be good. And then these, which I like, but my arthritis is kicking my butt right now. They're the Artisa water brushes. I actually want a Derwent water brush, but child, them things are pricey, so I gotta really hunt for that. But until now, these are fine because they already have the water in there. And sometimes I put what is that fluid I put at Gambasol. I put Gambasol in there sometimes when I'm coloring fancy. Why you put Gambasol in there? Because I saw Coloring Book Club. That's a channel. Use it, and I adore his channel. I do. I watch every time. Like, there's a couple of people that I watch whenever they come on. I'm right there watching them. Then how many minutes? Okay, 19 minutes. Now I'm gonna tell y'all this is my Castle Arts pencils, of which I love. I don't pull them out enough, and I need to. Now I like these pencils aesthetically. One, they're really pretty. That one was just that did not have a nice point on it. There we go. One, they sharpen nicely, and you don't have to sharpen them a lot. Like you can use them and use them for a long time in between sharpenings. And this one looks like it needs to be chopped. They all don't have to have a point, but they have to at least look decent. Okay. This one, you such this yellow ochre. Ochre, whatever, child. Yeah, these are just really pretty. Now, I'm going to tell you why I really like these. And I know these companies can't do this. But when you're setting your book up, you can do this yourself. So the reason why I like these is actually the same reason why I really like the Star Jar Gold. Okay. Because this is a 120 set. They have 1 through 120 on the pencil. They got the color that is it should be, or they were aiming for, on the tip of the pencil, and also on the end of the end cap of the pencil. They have names that you can kind of figure out what the color is going to be. Indian red, okay. Terracotta, cinnamon. Like that looks like a cinnamon. Like everything about these pencils are what I'd like, because one, when you pull them out and then you use them, you can either write down the number that you were using. You can just put like CA Castle Arts number 4, 9, and 12. Okay, that's it. Boom. You don't have to sit there and write 1092, or you don't have to write Chinese. Oh, this is Chinese orange. Really? Anyway, let me pull the color swatch sheet for this. Geranium, a grenadine, a light. You know, like you don't have to write down an ultramarine. Like some of these colors should be kind of like you should know them, like the indigos, ultramarine violet, ultramarine light. Just because I've been using a lot of blues lately. They got fleshlight. Like these are perfect skin tones for the peach. Peach deep, flesh deep, flesh light. Now that's interesting. Yeah, and I just love the names. Chrome green, Hooker's green, and Hooker's green is a beautiful green. Like I just love that. You know, I really, really do. It just, and green gold, it just makes it so much easier to learn your colors or remember your colors and stuff like that. And they keep it real simple. The pencils feel smooth. They're not too hard, they're not too soft. They are in between. And like I said, this is the 120. I don't know if they have more. They probably do. Every other company does. But then they sell these also in little smaller bundles. Like this was the first Castle Art pencils that I had, and this was the 24, and this was the botanical. Now they have a whole bunch of other ones, like 4 or 5 other ones that's got different names on them, like different color combinations put together. So yeah, so this was the 24 set, and you know they have the colors inside. It also came with the little sheet, but I don't know. I just like the fact that they have the daggone numbers on there. So like my Prismacolors, hold on, let me see, where's my book at? My Prismacolors, you know, all the pencils, they got all them numbers and stuff. And it's like, okay, there's 150. Why can't there be 1 through 150? So like they have all of these numbers. And so what I do is I write 1 through 150 on all of the sets that I have a lot of like that. And then I put the little stickers on them through 150. And I put my little stickers on there, put some tape around it. Hold on. I feel like I want to show you. And of course I don't have one right here. Because it just makes it so much easier to put them back in the order that I want. So when I get ready to use them again, I can find them. Now, I was doing. I used the Prisma. I mean, I used a Prismacolor sheet that I got from somebody. I'm not sure who. I think it's the one that everybody has, and the numbers are different. Then I added in Bubbles Prismacolor sheet, and she added in the neon colors into the mix instead of making them separate. So her numbers are different. So I'm going to have to go through and number all of these. I have 149. It should be 150. So look at my little lavender. So yeah, so that's something to do one day when I don't have anything else to do. I just need something to keep myself busy. Here's my little midgets. And then one time, Amazon, I ordered one pencil and they sent me a whole box of 12. The person who put it in the container thought it was one order, like a whole set. Instead of taking out one pencil, they sent me the whole box. Yeah, so I told Amazon, but they said forget it because it wasn't worth sending it back. It actually, yeah, no, it wasn't worth it. So at a certain point, whatever it is it costs, if it's not cost effective, usually Amazon will just tell you to keep it. But trust me, they do keep track of who makes mistakes and stuff. I used to work at Amazon during prime time just for some extra money. A couple times when I tell you they work your butt off, they sure do. So anyway, I like it when the color, the numbers, and the name are on the pencils. I really do. It's just so easy to put them away. hmm You don't have to rely on the colors and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah. So said. So I got this set. This was a 24, and then I went ahead and got the 120 set. Um, so I am downsizing some stuff, but then some things that I have the smallest sets of them. I like to keep them as travel. So, and you could tell they were used easily. Um, and I am downsizing some books and stuff. Um, I think I took out some of the pages in my mythographic books that I had gotten extra. You know, I had bought some books at the used bookstore, and a couple of them were colored in, but they were $1. And then there were a lot of pages that were not colored in at all. So I took out some of the pages that were not colored in at all, and then some. I think the black was added, but I can't remember if because sometimes they do put black in some of these. This one wasn't too bad, and this one wasn't too bad. So I took these two book animals, and then one of them didn't have a cover. I think Wanderlust didn't have a cover, so took these out because the pages were perforated. So I got some books that, and then some of them didn't have anything done on them at all. So I think I'm just going to keep some of these pages, and then I'm going to take out the pages that I colored in some of the other books, and then I may just take those books. It's like, how many of them? I'm going to keep 2, Cosmic Spirit, and I may keep 3, and then the other 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The other 5, give them away or take them to some schools. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them, but they will be, some of the pages that I've colored will be taken out of them, and then or maybe I'll separate them every now and then and give some giveaways of some pages like Dee Dee does. But yeah, I'm downsizing. I'm realizing that I really don't need but 1 or 2 mythographic books. It's just, you got one, you got. And I think the 3 that I'm keeping, or the 2 that I'm keeping, are by 2 different artists, but it may be 3, and they're all 3 different artists. And I think I'm pretty much done with mythographic. I'm keeping all of my Hannahs. I may be downsizing some of the Johanna's, the older books. I believe I am. And I think the Kirby's that I have already ripped apart, I may be giving some of those pages away too. I don't know. It just depends. But I know I will not be coloring in a lot of those. So I know what kind of books I like and what style I like, and I think I just want to pay attention to that. How many minutes? Okay, 30 minutes. What time is it? 11:44. Okay. So I've been coloring in this book too yesterday. Oh, it's upside down. I think I'm going to do these 2 pages. Now this page I tried to do, well I did do, and then I messed up mixing colors. So I found this little butterfly. It was stuck on something. And I'm going to stick this little butterfly right there, right where this little boo-boo that I made. It actually has a little adhesive on here now. But I'm going to stick it right there. And make it look like I meant to do that, to put it there. Okay. And then that's it. So I got to find my hot glue thing. So I'm going to color this one next, and then these two. So these 4 reefs I'm going to color. I find the reefs easier to color if I turn them sideways as opposed to coloring them the other way. So I'll color those, and I may do the color scheme that I've been doing with these and just use some different pencils. I got these color schemes from Christie Sketch and Color. Hold on, where's the other one? Y'all know I've showed y'all this page. Where is it? Oh goodness. Where is it? Y'all know the one here, this one right here. So this one was the Faber-Castell pencils and the Albert Durer, and then these were Prismacolors. And yeah, so I may color the reefs in that same kind of. I know I'll probably do this one like that, and then I'll do these two in that kind of color scheme, but use 2 different pencil sets for something to do. So that's what I'll do. I'll come on tonight and do that. So I think that's all. I babbled enough. I need to get ready for my appointments today, and yeah, just say a prayer for me. Thank y'all. Bye.